It's time for Talk Law Radio with Todd Marquardt. Todd Marquardt, attorney at law in Texas. If you're a millionaire or a thousandaire, Talk Law Radio is now on the air. Call in with your business law question, your elder law question, veteran aid, Medicaid, build a business to get paid. 210-308-8867. Or ask a question online at marquardtlawfirm.com. That's MARQUARDT lawfirm.com. And now it's Talk Law Radio with Todd Marquardt.
Welcome to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt. On the radio, on podcasts everywhere, on Facebook Live, on YouTube, and on talklawradio.com. Today we're exploring the laws that protect our rights as United States citizens here at home and why so many people around the world still dream about our rights. Mm-hmm. Today, I have Joseph Warren with Financial Planning HQ. He's going to be giving us the financial focus. Today marks 250 years since the Declaration of Independence was formally adopted.
Yeah.
And I want to wish you a happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day to you, too. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you. Tell us what's in store for the financial focus.
Yeah, I really think about the history that was made 250 years ago during the founding of this country. You had a group of men who came together and really put their lives on the line. They committed what the British considered treason and their honor on the line. And they also put their fortunes that they had back in Britain on the line, on a risk, and really a gamble, because they cared about their posterity and they cared about the legacy they were going to set. So we could be here today and enjoy things like freedom of speech, right? Freedom of religion. And when I think about that, it inspires me. You know, we're an American company, and I think some of those ideals actually carry through to our financial planning business. Some that I really like is that our country is self-correcting. So you think about mistakes that we've made in the past in this country, like slavery. We didn't stay stuck in that. There was the Emancipation Proclamation that came, Civil War, a lot of struggle and things like that, the Civil Rights Movement. But we're a country that can self-correct. And the same way our philosophy as a financial strategy should also self-correct, because the world is constantly changing. Things are, we have AI now, there's oil shocks, there's just so many factors that go into a financial strategy. So it's good to have something that can self-correct and that can be relevant to the times that we live in today.
And your company and you personally, you use history to shape your financial philosophies.
Yeah.
And so how does remembering the Declaration of Independence shape your financial strategies and philosophies?
Yeah, when they signed that Declaration of Independence, a few years later, there was the Bill of Rights. And I like to think of the financial Bill of Rights, of thinking of really what your rights are as a client of our firm. And I think it's a good way of putting it and kind of framing it, especially on the 250th birthday of America, the USA.
And so what's the first of the Bill of Rights, the financial Bill of Rights?
So First Amendment, we all know, is freedom of religion, freedom of speech. But here we say it's the right to values-based strategy. So really a strategy that's all about you. Last week I was talking about standard industry practice. I also know it's standard industry practice because I came up in that, where the first meeting is sometimes they make it all about themselves. These are my credentials as a financial advisor. This is my investment philosophy. This is my experience that I have in the industry. Our philosophy is it should be all about the client.
Wow.
So we start with what's important to you. Thinking about the legacy of our founding fathers, what legacy do you want to have? What do you want to leave for your kids and grandkids and future generations? That's the first conversation we have. It's called the values conversation. Instead of talking about our why, we want to know what your why is, so that if we decide to work together, all the advice will be based on that, based on what's important to you, not what we think.
Well, in the Bill of Rights, the Second Amendment is the right to keep and bear arms.
Yep.
What's the Second Amendment to the Financial Bill of Rights?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite amendments. They're all very important, but that's one of my favorite ones. But the right to defend your wealth. So I want to ask the audience a question, which is, do you have a strategy for if things go wrong? And a strategy is not just an investment person telling you, it's not smart to sell during a market crash. That's not a strategy. That's reactive, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe someone calmly saying it's not their money, but, I know the market's down 40%, but it's not smart to sell right now is not a strategy. A strategy is something you create beforehand, before something goes wrong, with a clear head, a clear mind, and it tells you exactly what to do if you have a long-term care event, if you lose your job, if inflation goes to 7%. No matter what happens, whatever's worrying you, we'll have a written strategy. That's another thing about the founding of our country. It's written. It's not just in the financial advisor's head or financial planner's head or in your head. We believe in writing it down, and our clients have access to it and can look at it at any time.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's incredible peace of mind. So moving down the list, we have the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendments. They cover things like quartering soldiers, unreasonable search and seizure, due process. How do you apply those legal rights to protecting somebody's savings?
Yeah, I'm just going to focus on due process. I think on that one, you have the 5th Amendment, and we believe in a right to a clear process. So you know exactly what the next steps are that you need to take. Part of our strategy is creating a step-by-step plan of action that's prioritized. So the next thing I need to do, or the next thing my tax person needs to do, or estate planning attorney is X, Y, or Z. You know exactly what it is. A clear process also means that it's a dollar amount. So it's not saying, put, up to the IRMA limit. That's the Medicaid premium where they increase them. In Roth conversions, it's saying put X dollars in Roth conversions. And if you ask us why, we can break it down. This is exactly why we're doing this exact amount. So very specific, clear process is very important.
So that level of communication with your clients creates or requires a lot of bandwidth.
Yeah.
That leads right into the 7th and 8th Amendments, the right to a jury trial and protection from excessive bail. I know a lot of affluent listeners feel they're paying excessive taxes. How do you stop that?
Yep. That 8th Amendment, excessive bails and fines, it also talks about cruel and unusual punishment. I know some people consider paying excessive taxes as cruel and unusual punishment. So, I would ask another question. Do you have a tax strategy? A lot of people do not have a tax strategy. And it's costing you thousands of dollars if you're financially successful and you don't have a tax strategy, because there's a lot of improvement that can likely be made. Just thinking about, my father, Steve, there's been 2 times where he checked the work of a CPA and he found $20,000, $10,000 worth of savings.
Wow.
Me as well, with my business owner client just, a year ago, I found a deduction, qualified business income deduction, that was missing. And they're going to send my client, I believe it's $14,000 in a refund.
That's amazing.
So we audit that and we check it because we believe in checks and balances. That's just came up out of the blue. But we believe in those checks and balances. And when you have a team, that's the jury trial, a jury of your peers, of a tax expert, insurance expert, coming together, there is a level of checks and balances. And we're discussing what is the best action that this client can take. Everyone's aligned. Everyone's mind is on the same thing. How do we get this client to achieve their goals for the reasons that are important to them?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So the 9th and 10th Amendments are about the rights reserved to the states and the people respectively.
Yeah.
What are the 9th and 10th Amendments of the Financial Bill of Rights?
Yep. I love the 9th Amendment. In studying for this, I think it's a very interesting amendment that if the power doesn't go to the government, it goes to the states and to the people. And here, or that's power to the people. And we believe that the ultimate control lies with the client. It's all about them. I think a mistake I've talked about making early in my career was thinking it was about me. And I think when you're young, you kind of think that way. But I learned it really is all about the client. That's why we're in business. That's why we do what we do. We wouldn't have a business if it wasn't for the clients. So at the end of the day, we answer to them. We make sure their team is coordinated, and we answer to them saying, this is the progress you've made. This is the next steps you need to take. This is the next steps we need to take, and this is why. And this is how it fits with what's important to you. So I think that mindset shift of it's not about me. It really is. It's not even about our firm or our why. It's about the clients and really doing everything we can with a strategy to make sure they're protected and they achieve their goals.
If somebody's interested in talking to you about your Financial Bill of Rights, what should they do?
Yep. We cap our practice at 50 clients per an advisor. So we can give them a lot of attention and really focus on all these aspects of their finances. But if you want to have a 30-minute conversation, no obligation, that's going to be beneficial to you whether we work together or not, call me at 210-444-2128. That's 210-444-2128. Shout out to America. Happy 250th birthday.
We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll be with Shannon Roberta Salmon. We'll be talking about Independence Day. Are you confident about your financial future? What if you had a clear financial roadmap and a team holding you accountable to make the best financial decisions no matter what? At Financial Planning HQ, Steve and his sons, Joseph and Jacob, have been helping San Antonio families since 1987 with inspiring, intelligent financial strategies. Whether it's achieving or maintaining financial independence, becoming more tax efficient, or building business wealth, we create a comprehensive, written lifetime financial strategy that's uniquely yours, based entirely on what's important to you. Don't leave your financial future to chance. Call Financial Planning HQ today at 210-685-2722. That's 210-685-2722. And take the first step towards financial clarity. That's Financial Planning HQ, inspiring financial strategies for San Antonio. Remember, 210-685-2722. What if you couldn't speak for yourself? A power of attorney ensures someone you trust can act on your behalf. I'm attorney Todd Marquardt. Let's put your plan in place now. Schedule your free consultation at marquardtlawfirm.com or call 210-530-4278. That's 210-530-4278. Do it before you die. Welcome back to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt here with Shannon Roberta Salmon. We'll be talking about Independence Day and especially about the Declaration of Independence. I'd like to hear what you have to say about Independence Day. You can call the show right now. It's Saturday, July 4th, 2026. It's 250 years after the Declaration of Independence was signed. So call the show at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867, or post a comment on Facebook Live. Shannon,
they should call. Yeah,
happy
I agree.
Birthday.
Happy birthday to Lexi, too.
Yes, if you're an American, it's your birthday. So let us know what you remember about the Declaration of Independence. Did you read about it in school? Was this subject totally ignored? Did your kids and grandkids learn about this? And if they didn't, this is a great day to educate your family on what the Declaration of Independence says.
You read the whole thing, right?
I did.
Yeah.
And what struck me, a lot of people in mainstream media, they like to read the first couple of lines of the Declaration.
The highlights.
I read the whole thing. And what struck me is that the founders put the reasons for their grievances against the king.
I loved it, yeah. I confess I had not done that until you suggested it. You're right, they laid it out.
They did. They said, basically, these colonies are going to get a divorce.
Yes, yeah. You haven't been listening. And I've been telling you for years, and you just ignored me.
It sounds
took me for granted.
It sounds just like what our clients would say if they wanted to get a divorce.
Right, and it just laid it out. Yeah, you were right.
But what if, Shannon, what if the king had listened?
Exactly. I know. He could have gone to couples counseling, and he could have just made some slight tweaks, some changes, but then that's not what being a king is all about.
Right.
Kings don't,
That would have been a shocking turn of events in that time of history.
Would he even have been a king if he had listened to these peons and adjusted his
whim. The mainstream media would have criticized him for that if
as weak. What kind of king?
That's right.
Yeah.
But what the colonists really wanted was to have a say.
Right.
If you're going to tax the tea,
right,
we want to be at the table,
right,
to negotiate that tax.
Right. Even to just ask, that would be very brave, right? Because you don't question the king.
That's right.
He's the freaking king, right?
Yeah, I never questioned my father either.
Yeah.
So what are some other things that they complained about? They said, we want to have some of our own laws that are unique to our people and our colonies.
Input, just a little bit of input. It would have taken so little. The king could have fixed this.
That's right.
Yeah. And another part, they said something about, we don't like it when you come over here and snatch up our people. Did that make you think that if there was a crime that the king thought happened, that he would just come get some colonists and haul them to England?
Yeah, and another one was that if the British military killed somebody, they would just have a mock trial and just let them off the hook.
Right. So basically, you're a jerk and we deserve better.
That's right. Just like a divorce.
Yeah.
So if you have input on what you like about the United States Declaration of Independence, call the show at 210-308-8867. I'm interested to hear from you, 210-308-8867, or post a comment on Facebook Live.
You should. That'd be fun. What a good way to spend your time on this beautiful day.
What makes the United States a little bit different is that we have due process and the rule of law.
Right. But what does that mean? Those are interesting phrases.
That's right.
What does due process mean?
Well, if we just talk about what due process is, there has to be allegations of an arrest. A police officer has to have reasonable suspicion. What's the other standard?
Well, I liked how you said it earlier when you said it can't just be a whim.
Right.
I really liked that word.
It's not just because Todd's an unpopular person.
Right. So some authority figure can't just decide they don't like your shirt. I love your shirt, by the way. You were rocking that shirt.
Yeah, my brother got this for me.
It literally has a red, white, and blue eagle on it. This is fantastic.
That's right. That's American symbolism for you.
Right.
So there has to be a law on the books that the person violated.
Right. And
that's the rule of law.
And they follow the formula. They follow the format. They can't just make it up as they go along. It applies equally to everybody.
Right.
Or and should is the ideal.
I was polling my circle of friends about what their favorite rights are.
I know you do that, and I admire that so much. That's such an Obama move where you have a circle of friends that you respect. How big is it? Like how many? Because I get those texts. I know I'm in your circle, which I'm honored to be there. How many people are in there?
Well, I have a lot of friends, and some of them don't reply, and so I don't text them. But I don't know, maybe 20. So if you want to be in my circle of friends, post a comment. If you have interesting ideas or if you're curious about the law, I love to engage with people that are interested.
You're a student of life, Todd.
That's right. So I was asking them, what are your favorite rights? What are the rights that we have that people in other countries don't have? And I stumped a lot of people.
You stumped me. I was in the halls of justice when you sent me that text. I was right there on the second floor of the Bexar County Courthouse. And the answer that I answered you with, it was because there was another defense attorney right there, and I asked them, and I just wrote down whatever they said.
Yeah.
Because you stumped me.
Yeah. Right. So if you want due process, if you've been charged with a crime or you're going to be sent out of the country.
We're so sorry for you,
deported.
But there are options,
you can call Shannon.
210-734-8472 or 210-734-VISA, if you can't remember that.
There you go. Call Shannon. Also, some things people told me are things that are illegal or prohibited in other countries. But what I've came to realize after I did this poll is that if there's not a law here about it, we reserve the right to do that thing.
Oh, okay, good point.
I was thinking...
Right. If it's not specifically prohibited, then it's allowed? Is that what you're trying to say? Fascinating.
We can have as many children as we want.
True. I'm sure that's true.
China at one time had the limited children law.
That's a good example. Right. And if they did try to limit the amount of children that we could have, I think it would be unconstitutional. You could argue that. But they do things like sterilizing certain groups of people. There's an interesting history on the case law of that.
Oh,
did that make sense?
I have read about that.
Right.
Yeah. But that was deemed to be illegal.
Right. I think you're right about our constitutional right.
Well, what I was trying to get my friends to do is step outside the box of the first 10 amendments, the Bill of Rights.
Let the audience know what your question was that you texted.
Well, I was asking, besides the Bill of Rights, what are other rights that we have that other countries don't have? Mm-hmm. And one of my friends said, I don't think we have any more rights. I think our rights are being taken away. But then I thought of something that's illegal in Iran, and it's women can wear whatever they want here.
I was at the Gay Pride Parade, and this is so random, but women were wearing mesh. Don't get offended, audience. I'm not going to show you a picture, but I'm going to describe it. They had a mesh shirt, a lot of them, and then nothing underneath. I didn't know that. I didn't realize there'd be. But I think that's illegal. I think that would be like nudity.
Well, you do have to wear something.
Uh-huh. Not a mesh shirt.
Right, yeah. So if you have a comment, let us know what are some rights that we enjoy here in the United States of America that other people don't have the right to do.
You've heard about how in Thailand, like if you put gum on the sidewalk, you can get really, like you've heard about other countries that have really severe punishments.
Years ago, there was a United States young man, citizen, who was caught vandalizing. I think he was spray painting something.
Something that would have been so minor here.
Right, and they caned him. They spanked him with a cane.
I remember. Yes, there have been several things like that. That happens here, too, to young people if they weren't born here. In my caseload, there's a lot of young people that were not born here in the United States. So they'll commit a very minor infraction. If you were a citizen, it would be nothing, a blip. You could go on to be president, congressperson, whatever you want, a 0 to 2 possession of marijuana. But it gets them completely exiled to a foreign country that they don't know because they weren't born here.
Right.
Do you know? So that's a good example of two different groups of people being treated radically different.
Right. And so do you think that the Constitution requires that they be treated the same?
Well, you know my take. You know I'm kind of a loony left, so I think that's why you have me on to be to be that counterbalance to you.
There's laws that say that if you're not a citizen and you violate the law, that you're going to be deported.
Right. But if someone was brought here at age 6 months and they were raised on Big Macs and they don't even know they weren't born here. They find out when they go try to take their driver's ed course and they're like, Mom, I need my birth certificate. All my friends are taking their driver's ed. Well, mijo, sit down. We have something to tell you, They're American in every single way, and then they get such a radically different treatment.
That's very interesting. So Shannon and I are here talking about the United States, the Declaration of Independence, and the rights that we have that people around the world don't have. And we're going to talk more about the history after the break because I think that people have forgotten about the series of events that started when the United States got upset with their business daddy, the Great Britain.
The bravery, the courage.
Well,
the rebellion,
yeah, so
the ODD, the oppositional defiance disorder. You would have been on the front lines, Todd. I know
would,
you.
yes.
Yeah.
So it started with the Declaration of Independence, but we didn't even have a constitution yet. So stay tuned. I want to talk about the timeline of events that started the United States of America,
Right.
the greatest country in the world.
Yeah.
You're here with Talk Law Radio, Todd Marquardt, and
We had nothing but chutzpah. Just pure.
Shannon, Roberta, Salmon. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt here with Shannon, Roberta, Salmon.
It's Todd Marquardt, like a quart of milk.
That's right.
And when I learned it, I knew we'd be friends forever because I said to myself, I did not just learn how to spell and pronounce that name and not be forever friends with this person.
Awesome. Okay, so we're talking about Independence Day and the rights that we have as U.S. citizens. And I wanted to remind you about the timeline of events that set this stage in motion for the country to exist, for
Right.
us to
Be here
today, and for me to have the First Amendment right to say whatever
wear that
I,
shirt, yeah.
whatever I want
Yeah.
on the radio. But then I realized that in 1776, when they sent the email to the King of Britain,
Right.
it said,
Can you imagine?
we want to break
Don't
up.
click send. Don't. Did you sent it? Can you get it back?
We didn't even have a constitution.
Right.
Now, the colonies, they had ideas about how to set up each colony, but the Constitution wasn't established until 1787.
Right.
And
we were really separate, right? Weren't we?
That's
we all,
right, because before that, in 1781, we had the Articles of Confederation.
Right.
And the president really had limited power. The Congress had limited power. And so the colonies did things the way that they wanted to do.
Right. There
And
wasn't the sense of unity that we
That's right.
take it for granted. It's called United States, and we kind of got used to that idea. But
Right, that's what united us.
yeah,
And the Bill of Rights wasn't established until 1791. That was a long time before we had the Bill of Rights. So that's why I kept asking my friends, what rights do we have that are not included in the Bill of Rights?
okay. What did you come up with?
Well, everybody kept coming back to the same old 10 rights, you know, freedom of speech. But before we go down that road, I want to talk about the sinners and the saints.
Okay. Oh, you got some new music.
Yeah. So Facebook doesn't allow us to play music. This is in the public domain.
Okay.
A mighty fortress is our God.
Okay.
And they still jumble it up on Facebook. So Zuckerberg, I'm mad at you
Right.
for not allowing me to play my music.
Right. Tell him. You tell him, Todd.
That's right. So the sinner this week is the King of Great Britain at the time, 1776.
Really? He was just doing his thing.
He was.
His king thing. You don't listen to these rabble rousers like.
He was doing his thing, but his people didn't like it. And so I have a very difficult question for you.
Oh no.
Where did the founders get the idea for the Bill of Rights?
Oh, I feel like Magna Carta or like.
You're trying to cheat. You're trying to look at my notes.
Oh, I did instinctively do that, didn't I? You see what I love having a good friend because you know me. You know me so well.
So it just so happens that in 1689, the United Kingdom established a Bill of Rights.
No me digas. You are just a wealth of information.
They did. I didn't know it. And Great Britain was...
So we're a bunch of copycats?
Yeah, was the first country to establish a parliament and move away from a kingdom ruled by a king.
Wow.
And I think that they realized after their colonies divorced them that we had a really good thing going here.
Right. Really? You think?
I think that.
That's how it went down? That is very interesting.
So
thank you for sharing that with us.
The saints this week are the 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence.
Yes. Fascinating.
Because
so brave.
They were brave.
Yeah.
And like Joseph said...
And it wasn't just death. I mean, there's stuff worse than death. I hate to be so negative and blunt on air, but it was torture or death. You know?
We saw Mel Gibson go through that when he made the movie.
Oh, I couldn't watch. I can't even watch stuff like that. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I'm sure that those punishments were torturous back then. And that's why in the Eighth Amendment it says that you can't have...
cruel and unusual
punishment.
Right.
Or excessive bail.
Right.
So that's...
Which we could have a whole nother episode on that, which we've talked about that before.
There are some sanctuary cities that want cashless bail.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
Well, that's not today's show, so we have to go back to what are the rights that we have that other people don't have. And if you want to weigh in on this conversation, please do by calling the show at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867.
Yeah, it's a free country. You should. Come make your voice heard.
That's right. So a lot of my friends came back with the same old 10 amendments, the Bill of Rights, and one is the free exercise of religion. And so another friend said separation of church and state. And so this was a group conversation, and another one came in and said that's not in the Bill of Rights. That was in a letter that Jefferson wrote. And then another friend said that there was a Supreme Court case where the justice wrote separation of church and state. And so that has the force of law, Supreme Court opinion. And
didn't you like how your guest right before this had made the financial Bill of Rights? I thought that was really clever. You should do one for probate.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
Thank
I know,
you.
right? Royalties.
So separation of church and state. One person said it's violated all the time, but we still have it.
How is it violated?
And so I thought that would give you comfort because you get upset.
I do.
When,
I get so upset.
When people's rights
so many things
are
upset
violated.
me. That is so thoughtful of you to think. You're always thinking of ways to comfort me. Thank you. You'll text me throughout, like sometimes you'll be like, oh, this will bring you comfort.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have sent you one of those songs.
Yeah. Send me that stuff.
Okay, so everybody knows about the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms, which grows stronger every day, every week, every month, every year.
Does it?
It has. The Supreme Court ruled recently that being a user of marijuana does not disqualify you from owning and possessing a firearm.
And you're heavily into this? You agree it should be unlimited, unfettered? You're a big Second Amendment guy. Oh, do you own guns? I don't. You do, right? Oh, duh. What a dumb question. You're a hunter. No,
Yes.
You just hit them with rubber bands, right?
Right. Yeah. No, I'm a big happy collector of firearms because I like to exercise my constitutional rights.
Really?
You know, it's like going to the gym. Maybe you should come with me to a Texas gun show sometime.
Oh, you know I should. Yes, I should.
You would be very shocked and surprised and in awe.
And then you should come with me to La Pulga and dance a cumbia with me and eat a gordita.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't know what that means, but I'm game.
Okay, vamos.
So, what are the next amendments? A lot of them you deal with on a daily basis.
Well, you too.
Unreasonable search and seizure.
True.
Right to trial by jury.
Right.
And so...
Right to counsel.
I was thinking...
Speedy trial, that's a big one. We've got a backlog right now.
Oh, well, that's something that we should talk about.
See, that's why you keep me around.
That's right.
Yeah.
So these rights are what prevent the police from just kidnapping you.
True.
Throwing you in jail.
Right.
And throwing away the key.
Right. That's why I loved that word you used earlier, whim. It's not their whim.
Right.
We don't live in that world anymore.
And you may think, I'm not a criminal. I try and do the right thing.
Right.
I don't hurt people.
Right. So I get where you're going.
But there could be a law that you're unaware of, because
Right.
in the beginning, God had one law.
Right.
Don't eat from the fruit of that tree. Then he gave Moses the 10 Commandments. And now we have municipal, state, and federal lawmakers that won't stop creating new laws that might impact you without you knowing it.
I'm of the opinion there's so many laws that you're constantly violating one at every minute of your life.
Yeah, and so we're on the knife's edge
But
of
was
violating
there really
the
only
law.
one law? I mean, I've heard you say this for years now. I'm going to do a little pushback. Was there really only one law?
I do believe that. God
You
said,
think?
don't eat from the fruit of that tree.
And that was the very first law?
Well,
And that
that
that's
was
the only one?
That's the one that got broken, that led God to kick Adam and Eve out of the garden.
Yeah.
And then he gave Moses the 10 Commandments.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, there was just one simple rule, and we couldn't do
He
it.
gave Adam instructions about naming the animals.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say that's a law.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Okay. You passed the test.
So give us a call here at the radio station, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. You're running out of time, and I want to hear from you.
Yeah, me too.
We have to take a break. We have another segment about legacy, the legacy that we're celebrating today, 250 years of independence. I love this country. I love the independence and the freedom and the liberty that I have, and I want to hear from you. I want to know what your favorite is. Mine is I get to say whatever I want on the radio. I'm just not allowed to cuss.
Okay.
So let us know
Let's
what
sue
you
'em.
think. What's your favorite?
The fact that you get to say whatever you want on the radio except for curse words and wear that shirt.
Let us know how you're celebrating. I'm going to talk about San Antonio celebrations, and I'm going to talk about what's illegal. So stay tuned. Are you 100% confident that no matter what happens in the financial markets, economy, or world events, you will achieve your financial goals? If not, we have a process to get your financial house in perfect order and keep it that way forever. Your financial future shouldn't be a guessing game. Planning, advice, organization, and accountability are deliverables you should expect. For over 35 years, Financial Planning HQ has been San Antonio's trusted partner for comprehensive written lifetime financial strategies. Steve and his team, including sons Joseph and Jacob, don't believe in a one-size-fits-all approach. Instead, they create a personalized financial roadmap for you based on what's important to you. As an independent registered investment advisor, they're not tied to any big corporation's products. They work for you, creating inspiring, intelligent financial strategies that put your interests first. Call Financial Planning HQ at 210-685-2722. That's 210-685-2722. What if you couldn't speak for yourself? A power of attorney ensures someone you trust can act on your behalf. I'm attorney Todd Marquardt. Let's put your plan in place now. Schedule your free consultation at marquardtlawfirm.com or call 210-530-4278. That's 210-530-4278. Do it before you die. Welcome back to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt here with Shannon Roberta
I'm Shannon.
Salmon. Used to go by San Antonio Shannon.
Yeah. I went through a couple alterations.
So this is the fourth segment. It's our legacy segment.
And now, it's time for the Talk Law Radio Legacy Spotlight. What's your legacy? Sponsored by Marquardt Law Firm.
Shannon, you know Marquardt Law Firm sponsors the show.
I do. I'm a fan, yes.
And attorneys at Marquardt Law Firm focus on business and estate law, including last
that.
wills,
Yeah.
living trusts, and tax-protected inheritance plans. It's all about legacy.
I know, right? Yeah.
And so I like to ask my guest about legacy.
Are you going to answer too?
Yes.
Okay.
You're my special guest today. and I was remembering that you represent people down at the courthouse and you help them protect their constitutional rights. Can you give some examples?
Can I tweak what you said a little bit? Because the way it was presented to me, and I really bought into this hardcore, I am not protecting those people. I am literally protecting the Constitution. So every time I go, let's say a case gets dismissed and people might say, oh, well, that wasn't justice done because that person was obviously guilty and, how can you live with yourself? How can you sleep at night? Well, I was protecting the Constitution. So you random person out there, I protected your rights by making sure that they follow the law.
Right. The police have to follow the law.
Right.
They can't just grab somebody and throw them in the car and drive them down to the police station for no reason.
And that's how I'm able to approach cases in a non-judgmental way as well, because I'm not looking at your behavior. I'm just looking, can they prove it beyond a reasonable doubt? And we have to defend our constitutional rights, the rule of law.
Right. Fourth Amendment protection against unreasonable searches and seizures.
Right, that's a big one. So as you can imagine, a lot of the cases are, maybe somebody was driving around with drugs or something illegal. So when they stop the car, there's a whole body of case law and statutes that have been built up as to the proper protocol to search the car. So just like we talked about a minute ago, it can't be just the whim of the police officer. You don't live in a free country anymore if the officer can just decide whether you've broken the law or not, and it's true. So the first step, as coming at it, I've been on both sides. I've been a prosecutor as well, but coming at it from a defense perspective, you have a checklist, and so you're looking for flaws in the case. So anything that you can find where the state does not have a clear-cut road to prove this person is guilty, that can give you some leverage. You can maybe get the case dismissed. You can get a better deal. So one of the big things on that checklist is, did they follow the proper procedure in a search? Because we have a Fourth Amendment right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. So that whole case law, that body of case law is fascinating, as you can imagine.
Yeah, I interned for the district attorney's office in my hometown one summer, and I had to research search and seizure law, and I wrote a memo, and one of the DAs, he said, I used your memo almost every day.
Love it.
And, people would ask me, well, why didn't you just become a prosecutor?
Right.
And it's because they don't make very much money.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No,
and you had young kids at the time.
I really didn't want to do law and order. I don't really appreciate following authority.
Right.
And so I wanted to be on my own. I wanted to have my own business. I'm an entrepreneur.
Right.
But you know what I learned from watching Cops?
Tell me.
That of all the people transporting drugs out there, you can tell who they are by whether or not their lights work.
How's that?
Because if
Mark's laughing at you. He's mocking you.
If your tail light is out, the cops can stop you.
Okay.
And that's how they know you have narcotics in your car.
Right, right.
Because
my friends
most
tease
people
me. Yeah.
that get stopped for tail light out and have narcotics in their car. That's it. That's just by way of example from watching Cops for so many years.
Yeah, okay. You've gleaned some knowledge here.
Yeah, so if you have a taillight out, you have to get it fixed.
If you were running drugs, you'd be the perfect cover. You realize that, right?
I don't know.
Mild-mannered podcaster by day.
I don't know why criminals haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah. My friends tease me because I drive super slow. And I always joke that I drive like I have 20 kilos of coke and a dead body in the trunk. Like, that's how I drive.
But you don't.
But I don't. Let's be clear.
Nobody should be calling the police right now.
You're so funny.
The other part of legacy that I wanted to talk about is that if you don't sign a power of attorney, giving somebody permission to make decisions for you in case you become incapacitated, then they're going to have to drag you in front of a guardianship judge. and the judge is going to take away your civil rights.
How would they even get you there if you're not competent? Or I guess they would just...
Well, they can have a police or a hospital escort drag you down to the courthouse.
Wow.
But it all starts with filing a lawsuit against you for being incapacitated
Very
without
unpleasant. This sounds
legal
awful.
documents.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the answer now is just
Well, the
do it ahead
answer
of
is
time.
to sign a power of attorney, a durable
But how
power
can you
of
trust
attorney.
somebody? I mean, you're really trusting them with, like, how do you help people choose who to give that power to?
Well, I tell them to choose somebody who's trustworthy, that is worthy of trust.
So a lot of, yeah, okay.
And what I've told my kids is that if you can't keep your cell phone charged, you're not going to be my power of attorney.
Oh.
Because you want somebody that's responsible.
Well, I can't
also.
be yours then, because I have a really bad habit of that.
Well, and if you have Life 360 on your phone, which my kids call mom and dad surveillance, it tells us when their cell phone is at less than 10%.
Okay.
And so that's how I know that they don't keep their cell phone charged. But what it does is it holds them accountable, because they can't say, oh, I didn't respond to your call or text because my cell phone died. We know that it wasn't dead.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And it also tells us how fast they drive.
Really?
And
Oh, my goodness. I didn't know that.
recently, I went to Florida for a business trip. And after I got back, my mother-in-law said that Life 360 showed her that I was going 435 miles per hour.
Right.
She wanted to know how I achieved that.
You were in a speedboat?
No, it was the airplane.
Oh. That's so funny.
And then she also noticed that several other family members had been speeding excessively, and she said, well, what's everybody else's excuse?
Right, yeah.
But anyway...
They were being chased by a bear.
my legacy point today is don't let guardianship happen to you, because the judge says you do not have the right to vote, you do not have the right to marry,
Yeah.
you do not have the right to decide where to live or to make medical decisions or to make financial decisions, and they appoint somebody that's going to be in your best interest.
Wow, you would hate that.
I would.
You're such a
Yeah.
rebel.
So you want to sign a durable power of attorney and a medical power of attorney. But you're right. You do have to identify somebody that you trust.
Yeah.
And a handful of people have come to me over the years and said, but Todd, I don't trust anybody.
Right, I can see how that would happen.
And you know what? They say, I trust you.
Nice. Oh, very good.
And so I've been,
I would too. I trust
I've been
you.
power of attorney for a couple of my clients.
Yeah.
And I have to pay their bills, and I have to make sure that they go to the doctor, and so I just do, what's in their best interest.
Yeah. I would let you be my power of attorney. Get me a foxy nurse if something happens to me.
Okay. Like a blonde from Poland?
I don't know.
I have told my wife that.
Uh-huh.
Hey, if something bad happens to me, get me somebody from Sweden.
Yeah. I can see that.
Because, my kids, they can barely take care of themselves, tie their own shoes, and hold down a job and pay their own bills. So I do have friends that I would trust that probably won't leave me on the sidewalk and rob me blind.
Exactly. Yeah. And take care of Lexi.
And so I do encourage you, if you don't have people that you trust, go to church, develop some friendships with people that share the same values and philosophies that you do.
Yeah. We're so disconnected these days. The technology was supposed to...
That reminds me, yes. Here in San Antonio, you can go celebrate Independence Day. And there are some different ways to do that.
Yeah.
You can
Come
go
be with your community.
to
we want to see
Woodlawn
you.
Lake and watch the fireworks.
But that really good one was on that Padre Drive?
Padre Drive, 6030 Padre Drive.
Yeah.
That's the red, white, and bear celebration.
That one looked really good.
Today, 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. You can go to Hemisphere Park and watch the fireworks. You can go to Retama Park
Where
and
are you
watch
going?
horses race. I'm going to go to a concert at Trinity Baptist Church.
Nice.
That's this afternoon, and then I'm going to be cooking hamburgers and hot dogs in the backyard, sweating to the oldies.
Yeah, fun. Put a live. I want to watch it.
Okay. And then fireworks are illegal in the city of San Antonio.
You wouldn't know it. I tell you what, on New Year's
So,
Eve and other.
If you get cited for that, call Shannon. What's your number, Shannon?
210-734-VISA or 210-734-8472.
And if you get a citation, don't escalate it further.
Thank you.
By arguing
So
with the
wise.
officer.
Right.
And
The side of the road is not where you exercise your constitutional rights. Don't argue. You just comply. It's a monarchy when you're on the side of the road.
yeah, be nice, be respectful.
True.
Make sure that if you are using fireworks in
No.
unincorporated Bexar County,
No, don't. Just don't. You're an
Okay.
officer of the court. You can't advise people to violate the law.
it's okay if you're outside the city limits.
Oh, okay.
We gotta take a break. This is the end of the show. Talk to you
Happy
later.
4th. We love you, America.
Bye.